So give me a second, I'll move the clicker.
Oh, the clicker, that's right. How's everyone's PAX going so far? Yeah. Oh, really well for that guy. That's great. Yeah, we're so excited to be here. How many people have played a game of Riftbound in this room so far? Nice. All right. How many people are going to learn this weekend? Nice. Heck yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, hey.
With the clicker. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the clicker.
Okay,
It's Dave, the
here's
clicker
us.
guy.
What? It's crazy. This is us. Right, yeah, I'm the game director of Riftbound. Hello. It's my team that made the game, so thank you so much. If you have played it and enjoyed it, I really appreciate it. Been playing card games for a long time and love making them, so yeah.
Very cool. Well, Riftbound has had quite the history so far. It started out as something called Project K. I'm not sure everyone knows about that. And it was originally not what it is today. So, Dave, can you help just walk us through the history of Riftbound from now to now?
Yeah, the process has gone quite rapidly. It feels like just yesterday when we began making Riftbound, or Project K, as Jimmy said. So about two-ish years ago, my boss, Chengren, and I just had a dream of like, maybe we can make a physical card game. That'd be kind of crazy for Riot to do. And at the time, it seemed like there was opportunity in China, specifically. A lot of cool stuff going on with like Pokemon Rising in China, and Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Hadn't really made a huge dent there, and League of Legends is a huge IP there, so we're like, oh, we should go like play with players and see what they want to do. And we started working on a game. Some folks on design, John and Dave, helped me out with making systems, and we came up with a game that we thought was really fun and started playing with players, and they were like, wow, this is really fun. And so we took it to the Teamfight Tactics Open in Macau and kind of debuted it as Project K at the time. It was codenamed Kylan, which is like Chinese kind of good omen and luck kind of mythological creature.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's Project K, that's what the K is. And so we brought it there, and we were just like, well, we hope players like it, and they seem to love it, which is great. Got a ton of great feedback from players there. And then the team started growing. We started figuring out like, hey, maybe this could be a global game, actually. And started thinking about how to launch it outside of China. Early fan response was really good. And then eventually we launched it this year, which is kind of crazy. First in China in August, and then just last month in English. So.
And it seems like it was a very expedited timeline, right?
Yeah, I mean, for those who are familiar with game development, when you make a game, it takes years sometimes, right, to find the fun thing, the thing that everyone wants to spend their time on. We were very lucky to find something pretty quickly, the battlefield structure and the way that you play it for points and kind of movement around and no elimination. And we found the resource system pretty soon after that. And it was very lucky, I think, for us to find a really fun game, and then we just kind of like grabbed on for dear life and ran to launch. So
yeah, what was like the temperature in the room when it was like, hey, guess what? You're going global.
Yeah, it was intense, I think. Yeah, because originally, when Chandra and I had originally thought of the game, we were like, well, this is like for a specific audience, and I think we were all kind of like cautiously optimistic that it would work, but it was also kind of terrifying too. So
yeah. Kudos, obviously, I think Project Kudos in this case.
Project Kudos.
Doing something like that, right. Knowing the timelines that, I'm sure we have a lot of designers in the house today too, understanding like, wow, you got to get this out and doing a double release at the same time. So now we are here. Origins is out, an incredible set, a great start, but there's more coming along very soon. And some of you have seen this already. Spiritforged is set 2.
That's right, we're making a second set.
Yeah,
that's
number
crazy.
2.
Number 2 out of infinity or so.
We did it, we got there.
It's true.
To start with, what is Spiritforged?
Yeah, what the heck is this word Spiritforged? What does this even mean, Dave?
It's a cool word.
Thank you, yeah. I did not come up with it myself, but I will take credit. So Spiritforged, the kind of idea of Spiritforged is like weapons are an extension of your identity. In League of Legends, you kind of like suit up your champion with items and various weapons. And Spiritforged kind of combines Spirit, which connects to the Spirit Blossom universe of League of Legends, which you can kind of see some of the blossom around the side
petals,
there.
yeah.
And then that kind of inspired our alt arts and overnumbers we'll see later. And then the forged part is about some new gameplay elements, specifically gear and a new gear type equipment. So as similar to many other games, you can equip your champion, you can equip any unit actually, and with the right tools, you can kind of send them in and take out a ton of things in combat. And we think it's a pretty cool and new way to play Riftbound.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of the previews already. And heads up, we're going to be showing a lot of never-before-seen stuff today. So if you want to be the first person on social media to post about it, you have these things called telephones that also function as cameras that also function as internet devices.
Technology, who knew? I'm just a simple cardboard guy.
Yeah, you're just playing equipment
phones.
over here.
Yeah.
We've got the whole world in our palms. So if you want to post this stuff online, please feel free to. The hashtag is rbspiritforged, not like the fast food chain. RB as in Riftbound.
That's right, RB as in Riftbound. Please don't sue us, RB.
Yeah, but you can be the first person to post this online. And of course, I think there's a card gallery as well, right?
Yes, yeah. At the end of the day, we'll add all these reveals to the card gallery, but you can be the first to put it on social media.
Could be you.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Free clout.
Free clout.
Yeah.
For only the small price of posting it with your phone. Okay, should we talk about some champions?
Who wants to see some champions? Excellent. 12 brand new champions to reveal. Some of these have been seen online, but some of them only in the Chinese version, so it's exciting to see the official text coming up. So who do we got first?
Yeah, so first we have Azir. I'll read it because I know it might be a little hard to read.
Woo!
So Azir, Emperor of the Sands, your Sands soldiers, ooh, what are those?
Whoa.
Have Weapon Master, ooh, what's that? And then I think it's 1 in Exhaust, yeah.
Yeah.
Play a 2 might Sand Soldier unit token, and you can do this only if you've played an equipment. So Azir is a token producing legend, just like Victor. But Azir's Sand Soldier is a little different. The way that Azir plays is he's Emperor of the Sands. He wants to bring his whole Sand Soldier army, and they kind of come with an equipment, essentially. Weapon Master, as mechanically get into a little later, makes you better at holding equipment, and so Azir is all about bringing in the Sand Soldiers with their equipment with them, and then overwhelming using that force.
Yeah, and they're 2 might to begin with, which is pretty nice.
2 might is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Next up, the League of Draven.
Draven! Got some Draven enjoyers in the house.
Thank goodness we have some
Yeah,
Draven
so this is
fans.
Glorious Executioner. When you win a combat, draw 1, and you only win if you still have units there. So one of the things that's really cool about the Draven deck is you can use a whole lot of cool combat tricks, even things like Fight or Flight to push units out of the battlefield, Cleave to give your unit extra might while you're attacking, and if you win, you draw a card. So it's easy to refuel. It's kind of a different way to refuel than Jinx, for example. We think Draven's pretty cool, and it's a pretty good aggressive deck.
Yeah, that card draw is really nice. All right, next up, very exciting. It's Ezreal.
Yeah, Ezreal. Ezreal's one of my favorite champs. This is kind of a little shit. So just like in League of Legends, kind of darts around, teleports. So he's got some cool movement stuff in his kit. And then his legend is Exhaust at action speed. Reaction, excuse me. It's a little bit, the color's a little bit hard. Draw 1, and you can only use this if you've chosen enemy units with abilities of units or gear or with spells.
Twice this turn, so definitely feels very much like the in-game version.
Yeah.
Next up, Fiora.
Yeah, so Fiora. Fiora is the Grand Duelist. So she has a kind of deck built around becoming mighty. So unlike Volibear, we're going to start mighty, which means 5 or more might. Fiora is all about growing your units into mighty units. So when one of your units becomes mighty, you can exhaust the Fiora Legend, and you can channel 1 rune exhaust it. She ramps you up while you grow your units.
Right, and as some of you might know, the equip abilities cost runes. So being able to make something mighty with equip and then getting that rune back is nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an instant rebate on your equip costs.
All right, next up is Jax.
Yeah, so Jax, the Grandmaster at Arms. So equipment, we'll talk a little bit more about the equipment mechanic in a bit, but equipment in Riftbound, when you attach it, that unit's not giving up its cool gear. It's gonna stick with it until it dies.
Right.
Unless you have abilities like Jax does to move it around. So Jax has 1 exhaust, attach an equipment that you control to a unit you control, or if you already have it attached, you can move it from one to the other.
Yeah, it seems very annoying.
Yeah, it can be pretty annoying, yeah. You're like, where's that equipment going? Oh, crap.
Next up is Rumble.
Yeah. Got some Rumble enjoyers. Nice mech. Yeah, so Mechanized Menace. The Rumble deck is all about mechs that support each other. They all have abilities, or most of them have abilities that give your other mechs extra abilities, keywords, and might. And the legend gives them all shield, which makes it easier for you to hold. So it's a little bit different of a red-blue deck, kind of more oriented around getting an army in to hold the battlefield.
Yeah, there's been a lot of buzz about Mega Mech in the Origins set, so it seems like the mechs are getting some nice support here.
Maybe some mechs to go reinvestigate.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Rek'Sai.
Yeah, so Rek'Sai.
Ooh, a lot of Rek'Sai enjoyers.
Yeah,
nice.
Rek'Sai's, she's a tunneler. She comes with her army from below the sands. So her ability is when you conquer, you can exhaust her to reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck, and then you can play 1 and recycle the rest. So she's all about playing those extra cards from the top of your main deck, which is pretty cool. So it's an aggressive deck, but it's also one where the card advantage comes from just kind of playing additional units and crazy spells off the top of your deck. So a lot of cool synergies there for her.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing that with Karma for the recycling.
Ooh, Karma synergy.
Next up is Ornn.
Yeah, Ornn, the fire below the mountain. So Ornn, he forges. He's a masterwork forgesman.
Forges, yeah.
Forger.
He's
no.
expert
Blacksmith.
in forgery.
All right,
There
he's
it
got
is.
some sort of job related to forging. So he has similar to like Kaisa and Darius in Origins. He has exhaust me at reaction speed. You can add a power of any color, and you can use that only to play gear and to activate abilities of gear. For example, equipment abilities. So I'm pretty excited about the potential of players building some cool gear decks around
gear
Ornn.
support.
Yeah, pretty open ended there. So.
All right, next up is Sivir, who is quite good with a weapon, as many know in lane.
Yeah, so Sivir is all about kind of those power costs and trying to leverage how much you recycle runes to get extra boosts of power. So she says, when you recycle a rune, you can exhaust her to play a gold gear token exhaust. So gold is a new token type, we'll talk about that too, which can generate power kind of one time. And when one or more enemy units die, then you ready her, so she's all about kind of getting big monsters into the fight and having them murder your enemy's units, and then get more gold.
Yeah. All right, next up is quite an aggressive character. It's Lucian. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
that guy's bronze for sure.
Yeah, I like Lucian a lot. So in Origins, obviously, that was Volibear in Red and Orange, and this is a totally different take on Red Orange. This is a much more mobile and aggressive Red Orange deck. This is about giving your equipments to your units. Your equipment cards get assault, so it makes you better at attacking. And you can kind of load up on equipment and use the mobility of Lucian's spells to take some battlefields pretty quickly.
Yeah, seems really annoying. Next up, Renata Glask, a relatively new character here.
Yeah. So Renata's really cool. It's a very different way to play. So Victor is all about building that recruit army, whereas Renata is all about kind of building up resources with gold tokens. So you can see here it says, when you or an ally hold, you may exhaust Renata to play a gold gear token exhausted. And then later in the game, your gold will also exhaust for energy. So normally they just recycle for power, but then they'll begin to recycle for energy as well.
Yeah, and I like the ally text there too for the multiplayer.
Right, so in 2v2, for example, she'll give your buddy gold as well.
Yeah, seems really good. And finally, the Blade Master herself on the key art, it's Irelia.
Yeah, so Irelia, so I love Yasuo in set 1 in Origins. Irelia is a slightly different take. She's still mobile, but it's a different take on mobility, where she's all about choosing friendly units, or Ezreal's about choosing enemy units. There's kind of a sub-theme of choosing things in this set, extra targeting. And when she chooses a friendly unit, you can exhaust her and pay a power of any color to ready that unit. Yeah, and then when you conquer, you can pay extra to ready her as well.
Yeah, I think one of the things I did not gauge the best when I first started playing is how good readying is.
Yeah, readying, quite good. Yeah,
very, very
spells
good.
the ready things, very strong. Yeah, the cool thing about readying is like not only does it let you kind of come out of the gate really fast, right, if you ready a unit that you just played, but by moving extra times, you can really project force across the battlefields.
Yeah, very cool. All right, this is it. The 12 champions from Spiritforged, everybody. Take a picture if you want, but it's pretty awesome. An incredible lineup. A lot of fan favorites as well, character-wise.
Yeah, good mix, I think, good mix.
Now, one of the most exciting things, obviously, for TCG enjoyers is when you have a new set, it's what works great with the set that's already out, or what can we do to